Alrighty guys, welcome back into the garden. Unfortunately last week it was a little too rainy to get some of this stuff done, and unfortunately because we've had so much rain, I don't know if you can see, but the bugs have gotten to the cantaloupe. There's still some green leaves on there, so we're going to try and save those, but on the bottom of these leaves they're just covered in bugs and larvae. I got a lot of it off last week. The issue is these vines go everywhere, so like I'm missing some, and the ones that I'm missing, the monstrous pests are getting at them, and I'm going to try and save it, but the ones that have the cantaloupe still on them, unfortunately I'm not sure I'm going to be able to save that plant. There are a few green leaves out here, and yeah, there's still a few bugs on there. So I actually brought some gloves out today, and we're going to kind of get after these a little bit. But yeah, with all the rain, it's literally washing off all of the insecticidal soap and stuff. And of course, I put a short out a little while ago. Um, we're going to get more rain today. Let's see if we can see the sky up there. It's still cloudy. It's kind of dark over that way, and that is what's headed this way. So not going to have much time. Hopefully I can get, I'd like to be able to get, and there we go. Let's see if we can bring this closer. Those yellow bugs, according to what I got off the internet, are Mexican bean beetles, and that is what is killing my plants. So we're just going to squash them, and these are the larvae. So I'm sure there's eggs around somewhere. And there is. There's a whole pack right there. Squash that up. And there's another one. We'll squash that guy. And then what we'll do is these ones that are dead and dying, we're going to break those off. The other problem is I've got that spearmint, and mint is growing everywhere, and it makes it miserably hard for me to find things. So if I can say, I'm hoping if I can save enough of these green leaves that we'll be okay. But I've got to find as many of these bugs as I can and get rid of all this dead stuff. I think that's the only way this is going to survive. Yeah, and I'm going to have to start nipping these off because what just happened there just broke the vine, so that's not good. But yeah, I want to get rid of as much of this stuff as I can. I'm going to have to clean out these mint and spearmint. It is just everywhere, and it's blocking my view from finding all the bugs and stuff. So we're going to have to go through this as quickly as possible today, and it may take a couple videos, but I'm probably going to nip up some of this stuff and get rid of it. And we're going to have to, there's another one right here. Squash that guy, get rid of him. Some people put them into soap and water. I am literally just going to squash them and get rid of them. That's why I put these gloves on. I'm not afraid of getting dirty, but I don't really particularly want bug guts all over me. So, yep, we're going to try and get through this and try and save some of this. So those of you who have seen some of my previous videos, I'm back to, I have my firearm on me again, so if that offends you, I'm sorry. But we have a bear in our area, and we also have coyotes in the area. So I really don't want to take that chance of being out here. Yes, it's daytime, and yes, they are nocturnal animals, but I'm not going to take that chance. There's another one. And I really don't want to use it, to be honest with you. I know the consequences and stuff, so I do not want to use that if I don't have to. Oh my good God, they're everywhere. Yeah, the sad part is they we've just had so much rain, it's literally washed all the soap, insecticidal soap off, and unfortunately, that did not help anything at all. So there's a little bit of greenery on here, so hopefully we might be able to get some back. I still have, and there's a lot over here, so we're gonna take care of that problem. And I have some, I still have some flowers on here, so it's still flowering. So you know, there's a chance we might actually get another one, another cantaloupe or two out of this, right? So I want to try and save these as best I can. I want to keep the greenery going. I'm probably going to get I have a weed whacker. My roommate has a weed whacker, I should say. And I'm probably going to get that out and weed whack some of this stuff and give it a clearer area to grow in. But right now, I need to get after these pests, because they are, look at this whole leaf over here is covered with them. And we're going to just squash them up. We're going to go for the eggs. Don't want the eggs hatching. These are larvae, I guess, from what the thing said, but they are literally just killing these plants. So we need to get after them. I am finding them on the vine as well. Oh, here's some more good green stuff. And that's the thing, if I can save the green parts, we should be able to recover from this. I just got to try and get all these little buggers off of here. And yeah, it's sad, guys, because we had like 4 or 5 cantaloupe on here. And this side had actually, this side had one and it fell off onto the ground. I was able to pick it up and bring it inside. So I'm hoping, say this whole vine is dead here. So we're going to cut that off. And then the plant won't be working so hard for that. And I think that goes right back to the root. It does. But this whole section here is gone. So I might just trim that off and see if it'll come back. Then I'll take all this dead stuff out of here. And hopefully we'll get the good part of that vine to take off and go. But that's how bad it is in here right now. Still have not found the culprit in here. And then, as you can see, let me turn that so you guys can see what I'm talking about. As you can see, the tomato plant has yellowed on the leaves because it's just been getting so much water. So a lot of these are dying off. We're going to have to kind of pick at them and go through. I still have not found what is eating this thing. And it is really frustrating because I have been underside, upside, downside on this plant, and I cannot find what's eating it. The other issue I have something going on with the corn, so I'm going to have to address that as well. It might be whiteflies. Again, I'm going to have to start spraying some of this stuff. But right now I need to get at these cantaloupe and start trimming some of this stuff up, because that is just, these bugs have just devastated these plants, and I don't know if this is going to come back or not. But we're going to also cut a bunch of this stuff out. Where does that one go? We're going to cut a bunch. I mean, this mint and stuff is just everywhere, guys. It is just, and I knew that going into this, that this stuff can take over your area, right? But I was hoping it wouldn't be this bad. Oh, but it smells so good, though. Oh, you could only smell this, guys. I mean, it is crazy smelling good. So this is not quite dead here. So I want to kind of save this. I'm going to lay this up over. I'm just going to trim off the dead parts of this. And hopefully we can save this vine, maybe. And get some of this stuff off of it as well. And clean up that. Oh my God, that smells so good. I might have to come out here and trim this more often. I just haven't trimmed it enough at all, in my opinion. So we got a green vine over here, but these things are dead. So we're going to take these off. Now, I don't know if I put this out in the compost now that I've trimmed it off. I don't know if that's going to still grow. I'd like to say no, but can't really say that. So I've got some new growth at the very end of this vine, and I'm just going to nip off these leaves here, the stuff that's dead or dying, and try and let that newer growth take over. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get lucky and it'll make a little comeback. But I'm afraid to cut too much at the same time. But if it's dead and dying, I don't want the plant trying to push stuff out to it, get nutrients to it. Let's see if I can nip that off. We'll nip this back, because this is still kind of green, although it's pretty decimated from the I hope you guys, I guess you guys can't see it. I need to tilt that camera down a little more. But yeah, the peppermint has kind of hidden things from me, so I got to get better at that. I got to get better at trimming these things up. I'm afraid to trim too much sometimes, because again, I've never done this in a garden container before. I've always, like when I was a kid, everything went in the ground, so I never did this, and we never had these pest problems per se. I mean, we had pest problems, but not like this. And I think part of that was, you know, in a previous video, I talked about it. Like, I think farms do better, even though they get pests as well. They do better because they have a large volume of, oh, this broke. Well, that didn't do me any good. Let's nip this back here somewhere. Let's just take this right back, and maybe we'll get lucky and it'll sprout some new growth. So yeah, I think they do better a lot of times because, you know, they have such high volume of plants that if one or two get infested, right, that's okay, because again, they've got 1,000 plants, and if only, you know, 100 to 10 or 20 or 100 or whatever get infected or infested, they can control that. And look at that little booger. He was hanging off the leaf there. Not anymore. They can control that, right? Like, and then the other plants are not under as much pressure because a few of the plants are being got after. So let's see, where does this one go? This one goes here, so we'll cut that off. We'll take these two off. We're going to cut this. I don't know that anything will sprout from those, but I'm thinking if we take this stuff off, right? Yeah, there's no green on that one. So if we take this dead stuff off, it's like deadheading flowers, we dead this off, right? Maybe the vine will sprout new stuff somewhere else on it, and we'll get lucky. But this is all pretty well dead. I just want to make sure I don't get the one that has the, well, that one has it, so I want to leave that one be. I want to make sure I'm not getting stuff that, the vine that has the cantaloupe that are still growing on it. Look at all this stuff, guys. This whole vine right here, it's just dead all the way through. So we're actually hindering this plant by letting this stuff grow. So I'm going to cut that back there. I'm going to tug at this, pull this through. Yeah, look at that. That's all dead. Those damn bugs killed all of that, and that's a shame. Now, on a TikTok I put out, or I think it, you know what, it might have gone out today. There's another one here. Just when I thought I got them all. Oh, here's two more. Golly. And you know what the hard part is? They look like the flowers. They look like the flowers. The beetles do, or the larvae. So it's hard to tell when they're right up to the flower. But I want to get most of this, if not all of it today. Let me turn this a little more. I got bug stuff on my hands. I don't want to put it on the camera. Oh, goodness gracious. There's just so much in here. Let me get after this. And like, I'm not worried about cutting too much of the mint out, because that'll grow back. That stuff's like a weed. It'll come right back. Oh, and we still got, looks like some weeds coming up in here. Thought I got all those the other week. And I think these are weeds, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to wait on pulling those out. Because, you know, I do have garlic in here, and I do have an onion in here. And that onion, I don't know where that is. Oh, there it is. And it is still not coming up. And I just pulled it up. Oh, God. Now I'm frustrated. Okay, let's push that around there. Maybe we'll get lucky. I think the mint has just rotted the tails on this because there's so much of it. So I think it's time to get aggressive with this mint. And this is just so big, I'm not even going to take it to work to give it away or anything. I'm just going to put it in the compost pile, and hopefully it'll compost. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, I think that is actually garlic. Get that out of there. And there's another one, another bug. And it's actually, believe it or not, it's eating the mint plant, which kind of surprises me. Maybe it hasn't gotten a taste of it yet. There we go. All right, so there's the, I'm pretty sure that is, or was a garlic plant. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. So we'll cut out some more of this mint, because it is just out of control. I'm going to actually just nip this off way down here. We're going to just tug at this and see how much of this we can get out of here. Oh, God, it's such a weed. Look at that. I'm hoping by doing this, getting rid of a bunch of this. There we go. I get rid of a bunch of this. Hello, puppy. Maybe, just maybe, some of this stuff will come back. Good Lord, it's like a jungle in here. I don't know which part is which plant. So we're just going to nip. And we'll know later, because some of that will be dying. But I mean, this is crazy, guys. It is like everywhere in here. I'm gonna cut this all back, nip all this off. Then I'll bet you anything, we'll have new growth within a day or two. Get all that out of there. Oh, it smells so good though. I can't tell you. I can't even begin to tell you how good this smells. Here we go. Look at all that. That goes on there. So hopefully that'll open this up a little bit. Get some. Well, thank you, truck. That was so nice of you to gun it while you came by. Hopefully this will get rid of a lot of this nastiness, some of these pests. I'm hoping to save this plant. I really am, because like I said, there's some more flowers on here. Golly, I just went through this whole thing and I thought I got them all. And there's a new one. So let's see, how are we looking there? So that looks pretty good. I think we've got most of the, if not all of them by now, because like I've literally gone through this whole vine. And I don't see any more. Let's get rid of this guy because he's just not looking healthy at all. We'll get rid of that one, this one. And all I'm doing is deadening these off. And there is some new growth on here. So I'm hoping the new growth will do a comeback. Because I really would like to get some more cantaloupe out of this. I mean, like I said, I got 2 inside and 2 still out here. Oh, there's another one. And they literally, I mean, they have just decimated this plant. And there is a beetle on here. We're gonna trying to lay eggs. Goodbye. That sucker's gone. And there's another one. There's a few eggs on this one. We're gonna squash those. The other reason I'm wearing gloves is if I start working with another plant, I don't want to spread this. So I'll be able to take these gloves off and then I can just change it out. So I'm gonna just lay this over that, get it up off the ground a bit. Again, hoping that we can get a recovery out of this. Now here's a whole bunch more. It was underneath some of those weeds down there. And there's more buggers on there. Yeah, gone. But there's fresh growth on here. So hopefully this plant will recover if we can keep the pest down. That was not a good shot. Look at that. Oh, there's more mint. So I'm going to try and lay these up over this so that they're not on the ground anymore, so I can see what's going on with them throughout this growing period. I just need to get a bunch more of these off of here and get rid of this. God, it's everywhere. Just when you think you got all that mint gone, there's more. And we're going to trim up this little guy here. So there's more flowers on here. I'm finding more and more flowers, so that's good. I just got to trim up all this dead stuff, and then hopefully we'll make a comeback. Now, I did, if you guys recall in a couple videos back, I put down some diatomaceous earth over on the side. There was a whole ant pile there, and I don't see any movement in there. So I'm taking that as a good sign. Oh, there's one of those bugs on me. That's squash. Great. Probably ruined my shirt. That's okay. As long as my plants get better, that's That's all I care about right now. Try and heal this guy. There we go. All right, so out after that, I'll pick up this vine and don't see any more bugs on there. I'm gonna lay that up over there. I want to keep it off the ground because I have seen some slugs in here. So yeah. All right. Got after that, guys. Now that storm did a number on some of my plants. So I didn't realize it before. So the next video, we're gonna go after those, change gloves, and we're gonna clean up the nippers. But there was some damage in the potato plants, so we're gonna go after those next. So guys, I really want to thank you guys for tuning in. We're up to 148. We're 2 away. 2 more subscribers. Will you be one of those subscribers? Will you be that magic one? 2 more away, and we'll hit the 150. Then we'll come up with a new goal, and maybe we'll get lofty and go for the 300 or the 500. I don't know. We'll see. But 2 more away, we'll get to the goal for that we set recently. And I thought it was a bug. It's not. And I just can't thank you guys enough for tuning in and watching, and some of you guys dropping comments and suggestions. I really, really appreciate that. Those comments, suggestions push my videos up, so more people will be, it'll be pushed out to more people. So keep the comments and suggestions coming. And if you see me doing something wrong, please tell me. I'm here to learn. I'm here to teach and learn. So what I learn, I'll teach to others, right? So don't be shy. Share with me. Tell me what you see me doing wrong, and hopefully we'll improve. Again, this year I have probably doubled my harvest, maybe even tripled my harvest so far from last year. So improvement, improvement, improvement. So what I've learned this year, the mistakes I've made this year, I'm going to carry over to next year. Like the cantaloupe, growing them where I grew them, I'm probably not going to do that next year. I'm probably going to put them out in one of the front pots, right, where I can get at them and get to them where they're, since they're the ones that tend to have the problems, like the zucchinis and the squash and the cantaloupe all seem to have the bug problem. I'm going to put those in the front next year. It'll probably go out in the pathway, but hopefully by the time my roommate needs to get back there with the tractor or something, we'll be done harvesting, so won't have a problem there. So we'll get at that, and then we'll talk about more of that in the next video. Also, sorry. Also, we're gonna probably talk about what we're gonna do in that black box that's empty already, and then some of these other boxes that are empty because we pulled out those cabbages. We're probably gonna put something else in there. I don't know, maybe some more tomatoes or something, because they seem to grow pretty good. I really, 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 really wanted to try carrots and radishes again, but kind of worried about doing that because like last year they all got ate up and torn up and never got a chance to grow. So we'll look at that. But anyway, guys, thanks again. A million thanks. Please, everybody be safe. God bless, and we'll catch you in the next video.